What's going on YouTube? It's Jeff Toffner here, and there's no Raw review this week because something's either wrong with the video or YouTube. I uploaded it last night at like 7 o'clock. Probably not the best of times to upload it because, right before Smackdown, but I uploaded it then. So I went to check it right before Smackdown to see what it was doing, and it turns out it hadn't even uploaded yet. So I took it down and then put it back up again. Woke up in the morning, saw it wasn't uploaded again. So then took it down, put it back up again. It's still uploading as I speak right now. I don't know what's wrong with the video, or it's either just YouTube's acting up. But, I'm just going to give you a quick review of Raw right here because, there's nothing much to talk about rather than listen to a whole 7-minute video of me talk about it. I could just get it all out here in about a minute, but Raw was pretty boring. I'm disappointed. I thought they were going to go somewhere good with it, because it was good the last week. It was good 2 weeks ago. I gave him the pass on that Superstar Shakeup show, but last show before Payback got me hyped for Payback, right? But that didn't happen. Not as I wanted to be more hyped for Payback, but that's not the case because Raw was pretty bad. The only things I enjoyed were all the opening segment was pretty good with Jericho, The Miz, The Miz and Dean Ambrose. I thought that was cool, and then Alexa Bliss's promo was probably the best part of the show. So there you have it, about 15 minutes altogether of entertainment on a 3-hour plus show. That sums up Raw right there. Let's talk about SmackDown. SmackDown, like I said, I didn't enjoy SmackDown last week. I thought they switched writers or something. But SmackDown was back this week. I thought they were good. They killed Raw. But, it wasn't that hard to kill Raw. The way Raw was, SmackDown could have just been, decent. It was decent. It didn't even have to be that good. Anything was going to be better than Raw. SmackDown opened with Shinsuke Nakamura, who was immediately interrupted by Dolph Ziggler. And then they started talking. Well, Ziggler went on and talked about something I was about lost as anyone. I didn't know what the hell he was even talking about. But all I got out of this was is their feud's going to continue, I guess, into, I don't know, I'm guessing a match will end up happening at Backlash in whenever that is, May 21st. But I'm actually looking forward to that match. They could put on a really good match. They've been wrestling at in dark matches for the last 3 weeks now, I think. So Shinsuke's back. We didn't see Ty Dillinger, so he was on. Well, no Shinsuke last week. There was Ty Dillinger last week. No Ty this week. Shinsuke this week. I kind of like what they're doing, not having them appear every week because they're so over with the crowd. You could kind of kill that. If once they're on every week or something, it kind of kills that whole thing. So, you still want them to get the big pops and all when they come out. So, you take them off every other week, whatever. I like what they're doing there. It's fine. And they don't really need anyone on right now because, like I said, the pay-per-view is not until, May 21st. We got a whole month still to build to that. So, they didn't really need everyone last night. So, anyway, that's how the show opened. We got AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin. AJ Styles took out the win. Little help from Kevin Owens. Well, Kevin Owens actually tried to cost the match for AJ, and that didn't happen. Corbin, after the show, actually, on Talking Smack, he shoved an official, and then today they announced he's suspended for a week. So I'm guessing we're not going to see Corbin next week. As for the match last night, it was a solid match. I thought Corbin I thought he was going to win. They still had the Styles pick up the win. Assuming Kevin Owens beats Chris Jericho and retains his U.S. title at Payback this Sunday. I'm not ruling out Jericho actually winning that match. There's this weird reason I feel like he could win, but he's gonna leave anyway in about a month, June or whatever, to go back and do stuff with his band. So it wouldn't really make a difference if he came to SmackDown, stayed on Raw or whatever. But Kevin Owens in most likeliness is winning the match Sunday. But I'm looking forward to the Kevin Owens AJ Styles match. It's definitely gonna be a good feud. The Styles is face again. Kevin Owens, I like SmackDown's version of Kevin Owens, the face of America. He's got a whole new look now. Shaved his hair now. He shaved his beard. Looks completely different. So I'm looking forward to where they go with that feud and that match that they're probably gonna have at Backlash in about a month. American Alpha. Well, let me explain here. Beat the Clock challenge. So apparently this was the first Beat the Clock challenge ever, because that's what I think it was Tom Phillips said before the commercial break. I think he meant to say obviously the first SmackDown Live Beat the Clock challenge, but he ended up saying the first Smackdown, oh not Smackdown, first Beat the Clock challenge ever, and we clearly know we've had many of them over the past years. Anyway, the American Alpha, the Clones, I thought the Clones were going to win this match actually, but they had American Alpha win. Their time was like 3 minutes, I think, or something like that. I really thought the Cologne should have won here. I thought like the way they were building them up, but whatever. I think they'll still do fine with them. They've added some depth to the SmackDown tag team division. They've needed that for a while. And then the second match was Breeze Dango versus who they take on, the Ascension, and Breeze Dango won. They beat the clock, so they are now the #1 contenders. I'm actually really happy. I was like marking out for this because I've always like been a fan of Breeze Dango. I've always wanted to see them like get in the tag team title picture. And it was like the one tag team on SmackDown. They just like couldn't get into the picture, and they finally got into it. And now they're gonna take on the Usos. I'm guessing they're face now too, right? Because if the Usos are heel, which is clear, so I'm guessing Breeze Dango's face. So I'm actually looking forward to the match. Fandango, Tyler Breeze, two great wrestlers right there. So I'm hoping like hopefully they go somewhere with this, and it's not just like a match and whatever, move on. Like I want to see a good feud between these two, but just with the recent rumors of the New Day eventually coming in like what about assuming a few weeks, and I heard they were going to be taking on the Usos for the titles, makes me think that Breeze Dango is really not going to go anywhere, which is unfortunate because I really want to see them maybe even get the titles and go somewhere with them, but I don't know. It doesn't look like that is going to be happening anytime soon. We get a video package from Rusev, who was traded to SmackDown at the Superstar Shakeup. He's been injured since like February, and he says if he doesn't get a championship match at Money in the Bank, he's leaving and going back to Bulgaria. So that basically guarantees he's going to get a match at Money in the Bank. I don't know. I'm guessing his injuries, he's not healed yet, so that's why he said Money in the Bank rather than Backlash. Money in the Bank's not until like the middle of June, I think. So that's like almost a month and a half away. But guessing he gets a title match. Didn't specify which title he wants a match for. WWE, United States, whatever. Guessing it will probably be the United. Well, you never know the way with the WWE title picture is right now with Jinder Mahal as the #1 contender. Rusev. I actually like to see Rusev. I think like Rusev on SmackDown was probably like one of the most like underlooked like moves of this Superstar Shakeup because he was injured maybe, but Rusev can be like a real like top contender on SmackDown. I'm actually like the fact that we haven't even seen him yet or the New Day and like SmackDown, like I think they're doing pretty good. We didn't even see Ty Dillinger last night, and like the show was still good last night. So SmackDown's got a lot more people than they had before, so that's good. Randy Orton, Eric Rowan, no DQ match. A lot of rematches on this show from last week. They had the AJ Styles Baron Corbin rematch, and then this one. This was a no DQ match. Eric Rowan obviously loses, goes through a table. Orton picks up the win, and then Jinder Mahal confronts him. And then the Bollywood Boys show up, which I guess they're now being known as the Sin Brothers or whatever. Well, I forget, but I don't know why they changed their name. But they showed up, attacked Orton. Jinder Mahal took the WWE Championship with them. So I guess that's WWE's excuse for the title not being on the line Sunday in the match with Bray Wyatt that Randy's having, the House of Horrors match. There's just this excuse that Jinder Mahal took the title. And then they rode off in a limo outside the arena. I don't know, like they're actually going somewhere. They had Jinder come out on top here. I thought, you think they would just have Randy RKO and whatever and on to the next segment or whatever. But no, they had, the Bollywood Boys attack them. And then Jinder Mahal, they formed this new stable. I don't know. I like this whole Jinder thing. I'm kind of like behind it now. Like, give that, new talent, push someone new, not the same old. But, look, I'm kind of curious to see what happens. There's a part of me that actually thinks Jinder Mahal could win the WWE Championship. But then there's that part of me where it's probably going to be like a 5-second match, one RKO. That's it, knowing how WWE's been. But who knows what's going to happen. Like I said, there's still a while there. There's a lot of build toward that match. But that was that. The main event was for the women's title, Charlotte, Naomi. Another good match. I thought their match last week was one of the few like bright spots on the show that was pretty bad last week. But their match last night was really good too, and it's unfortunate that they didn't just have the match. And I thought it could have been a good match to end the show, but they had the good match, but then they had Tamina, Carmella, and Natalya come out and attack both them, which is basically leading to a Charlotte face turn. Now Charlotte and Naomi are both face, and they're all heels, and I thought we were gonna see Becky Lynch there at the end. I was just like waiting for them to hit her music, and then it never hit, and it was just like, all right, you know, it only would have made sense. But I'm guessing we're gonna see some type of tag match next week or whatever. But I don't know if I like the whole idea of Charlotte going face. She was so good as a heel, and now, you know, you got like Charlotte and Naomi as the top, like the two top people on SmackDown. Like, you know, you look at the heels, like the top people are all face on SmackDown: Becky, Charlotte, and Naomi. Unless they're going to turn Becky heel, maybe, which could we see that happening? We haven't seen her in a while, come to think of it, but I don't know where they're going to go with that. But like I said, I like Charlotte as a heel better, but who knows? Maybe they're not turning her heel. Maybe that's just, you know, whatever. But, you know, they attacked both Naomi and Charlotte, so that's what made me led me to start thinking that. But yeah, that's basically everything for SmackDown. SmackDown, like I said, better than Raw this week, but we have a pay-per-view, Payback, which is a Raw pay-per-view. It's being classified as a Raw pay-per-view, even though we have Kevin Owens from SmackDown on it and Randy Orton from SmackDown on it. So it's sort of a little more of a bigger pay-per-view, I guess, than a just a single branded pay-per-view. But that's Sunday. I mean, I'm not looking forward to it. I am somewhat. You know, I look forward to every pay-per-view. You know, I almost, as weird as it sounds, I look forward to Raw every Monday, even though I know it's probably going to be bad. You know, I'm just dedicated to wrestling, so, you know, I look forward to the show. So I'll be looking forward to Payback, even though the show might not be good. I don't know. I'm just hoping. You never know. The build, I actually thought the build's been solid, other than this past week. I mean, going back the week before, what they've been doing with Braun Strowman's worked out great, so I'm looking forward to Payback. I'll have a predictions video up later this week, and maybe like Saturday afternoon or whatever, Eastern time, like 5 o'clock. Predictions for Payback, and then Payback review on Sunday after the show. That's it for this video. Let me know what you thought of both Raw and SmackDown, because, you know, YouTube screwed me over and couldn't get my Raw review up. Not much to talk about Raw. I mean, if you thought Raw was good, I don't know how you thought it was good. It was pretty bad. SmackDown, like I said, SmackDown's good. SmackDown won this week for me. That's it, guys. Like, subscribe, let me know what you thought of the show, and follow me on Twitter. The link's in the description below.